Good evening, and welcome to Michiana Paranormal Investigations. My name is Jeff Price. Tonight, we're coming to you from Corby's Bar in downtown South Bend. There have been different claims of paranormal activity happening at this location, and tonight we hope to showcase some of the events that are going on. So make sure you stay tuned to find out what we catch.
There are many bars and pubs in downtown South Bend, but no one bats an eyelash when you mention Corby's Irish Pub. Not only was it featured in the blockbuster film Rudy in 1993, but it plays home to Notre Dame fans from all over the world every Saturday, hoping to get a seat at the bar to watch the game. Corby's has had complaints over the years of different paranormal activity happening at different levels of the bar, and so tonight the Michiana Paranormal investigators decide to go in with their equipment and see if they can find evidence of paranormal activity. Let's go back to Jeff and the team and see what they can find.
All right, looks like we have everything set up for our investigation right now. I just want to show you some of the cameras we have set up. This is our DVR system here. We have two cameras upstairs. One is in the main section, right when you walk up the stairs, showing the upstairs and the roof area. The second one is on the second level of the upstairs, looking down from the balcony. And the third one is in the basement. There's a bathroom down there that some people have been having some very unusual feelings inside of that. So we have all the cameras set up, so we're gonna go dark here in a second and we're gonna start our investigation.
Hi, I just want to thank you for having us out. And could you tell us a little bit of the history of Corby's and some of the paranormal things you've come across?
My family bought this place back in 1988. My parents did, and back then it was called the Captain Cork. But what I've understood is that this room here has always been a building always a bit of a bar ever since they built the building back in 1890-ish. So, I haven't personally experienced any paranormal activities, I guess. But it's a neat building. You can see the stamped tin ceilings, and it's just got a vibe to it, and you can tell. For that length of time, there's got to be quite a few characters that have walked through these doors here, and it's kind of neat. So,
all right, well, we head upstairs, and we'll just want to show us some things going up there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we're on the upstairs right now, so you just want to tell us a little bit of history about this room in particular.
I knew this place, because this is, as we talked earlier, the building was separate, right? At that spot over there where that wall is, and. So this actually goes up 2 floors. If you're looking from the outside, you can see this side of the building is taller than the other one. But so you got 2 separate floors here. It used to be a hotel at one time. All of these were separate rooms, and you can imagine having a communal bathroom there on each floor. Short-term residents, from what I hear. A lot of people in and out. A lot of blue-collared people, crews coming in and out, because this was a real hub for some of the heavy manufacturing that was done back then. So,
and this was the main entrance to get into the hotel?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, it was.
And you said at one point there's a skylight up there?
Yeah, there used to be. But we had, such an old building, starting to get leaks within that skylight, and wanted to prevent that from happening anymore. So, took care of that. But,
absolutely. So we have these trigger objects we're going to use. The theory behind it is if we send them up there and kind of recreate the era that people enjoyed building from when it was back in the day. It might make something happen, or might entice spirits, entities to come forward and make their presence known. So we're going to give us a try upstairs too. So it should be really good. So other than this kind of having a really kind of unique atmosphere up here, have there been any stories about people hearing things or any sort of unusual things that have gone on up here?
Not to my knowledge. I haven't, I've been here late night, like I said, late nights by myself on many occasions where you could hear a pin drop. And, I haven't really experienced anything like that. I mean, it's neat though, because you just, you imagine in your head, as far as, from a personal standpoint, you figure, what did it look like 80 years ago? I mean,
exactly,
years, I mean, what types of people were working here? What stories about these people that I'll never hear, and it's cool. It's cool to think about.
Absolutely.
So I'm interested in the history and what, this place as downtown South Bend, how many stories, how many people went through here who added and just added to the vibrancy of the city back then. And what did that vibrancy look like? And, can read about it, but, never had the opportunity to see it.
Absolutely. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to set up some equipment, and we're going to do kind of an in-depth investigation, see if we come up with anything. And after investigation, we'll get back with you and let you know what we found or what we didn't find. So,
great.
Again, thank you so much for having us. Very much appreciate it.
My pleasure, you guys.
Thank you very much.
A pleasure.
So what we're going to do real quick is we are going to do just a kind of a quick intro investigation upstairs here. We have the digital recorder in my hand here, and then we have the K2 meter, which Liz is holding here. What the K2 meter is, it's a device that picks up the electromagnetic activity in the air, so if there's, or the environment. So if there's any sort of change in the electric field around us, this meter will go from green to red. So we will set that down. We'll do a question and answer session looking for EVPs.
I want to invite the male energy to come forward and see if he'll interact with this have a drink thing. I like it.
Okay.
As a trigger, so. Is there any, I have an H and a J that are a dominant letter for me, so I don't know if there's a male with the last name or first name with the H or a J initials connected to this building. But I want him to come forward and please tell us if, thank you. Can you take a drink or give us a sign, give us a thump, a sound that we can pick up, or make the recorder or the EMF reader respond for us, please?
If you understand what we're talking about, then light up all the lights on this gray box right here with the green light. Can you make all of those lights light up?
Do you know what year it is?
I keep getting a 71. I'm not sure what that's about. 17 or 1871. Which obviously is not. So I don't know if there's anything significant with that date or an owner of the property with those and the basement or office finances. You understand what I'm talking about? You've talked to me already. Can you give us some physical evidence of that, please? Can you light up the yellow button or light, please?
Can you light it up to orange?
Can you make a knocking sound? Can you do something like this? Again, if you can come closer to the recorder and just do something like this on any piece of wood, or make the phone ring.
Rick's getting ready to pour you a shot.
You want to come join us?
Would you like a shot of whiskey? Okay, we're getting ready to pour some shots for everybody. Wow.
Do you see the shot glass? Can you do that for us, please?
You have to do better than that. You
Yeah.
have to light the lights up and just instead of that one. I'm gonna run downstairs and grab another K2. All right, I will be right back.
Keep getting a Henry. Is your name Henry? Is there a James? A Henry or a James? Do you understand? Can you... Yeah, and I keep getting the impression of transactions. Do you know anything about that? Did you take your life with a noose or anything around your throat? I have a restricted throat, so there's also an impression of like a rope, something around your neck that doesn't look right. We invite you to come forward. We're not here to disturb you. We just would like to have some evidence of communication.
All right, we're going to be going here in a second. If there's anything else you'd like to tell us, now's the time to do it. Just speak into the little black box. Give us a name, a phrase, year, anything like that. Alrighty, well, appreciate your time.
Do you feel it? It doesn't feel strong like it was before.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's in the basement, but I feel like that's
Kind of the spot.
where we should go, I think.
Okay.
That would hopefully get some more stronger activity. Well, there is money, but there's there's no way to, it wasn't being tracked. There's like different books is what I want to say. Maybe would describe the feeling. And the ones that are not visible for everyone to see are transactions or records that, are kept
Private.
away. Yeah. So again, there's this feeling of watching over transactions or...
Does it make a difference whether you get an impression within the first hour or if you're in a place for a day, or does it make a difference, or?
No. Again, it's that feeling of this man being in ownership of at one point in time. Authority.
Yeah.
Maybe a manager, if you will, So his energy, his essence is still... And there's sorrow too, so I know there's lives have been lost here. Sadness. The secrecy, that's interesting to me. And I haven't been down the basement yet, but there's something in the basement that makes me lead to secrecy. Or activities that are not for everybody to know. Do you know about the mail? There's a mail that seems to be attached here. It's financial and the H and the J.
Yeah, he owned this. He owned it. He started a saloon.
What about you? Okay, I don't want too much before. I just need some verification on the fact of this male energy being attached here in a way that it started. Whatever.
It was a big, and he was a big guy, and it seemed like he really wanted to keep this place going, so he did whatever it took to keep it going.
That makes sense.
And he had it off and on. It was like he sold it and then had to come back because he just couldn't let it go.
That helps.
Okay. Because it was not under his control for a while, but it's like he came back and bought it again and revamped it and turned it into something else.
See, there's that connection. He was so strongly with the building. Okay.
And when you see a picture of him, he's just like very proud of it. And
thank you. Okay. Well, don't tell me how, but the connection with this rope around there, the restriction around the neck. Do you know if anyone passed here in that fashion?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I never actually went into any police records or anything. Usually when I do a history search, I just do who owned it and what it was for a time being.
Okay. And I'm not even sure if that's him. It could be another entity or person or just a flash of what was going on here or happened here or whatever.
But it's always been a bar, a saloon, a restaurant, and this was listed as apartments for. But usually when you have a saloon, you know, like usually when you have a saloon, you have brothel attached.
What are the claims of it being a brothel at one time?
I think there were some, you know, the hotel that was here had rumored to have been dabbled in that particular thing, but I can neither, you know, I can't say for sure. But,
right.
You know, you can imagine, you can close your eyes and just see what this must have looked like, and pretty cool.
Quite
I think it's
history.
cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
This has been here for
Ever?
Yeah.
You know, all this was above this bar in the corner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I had no idea.
And I think that was kind of like the idea to begin with. But now some of that right directly above the bar is apartments, and nobody lives there. So could some of that be coming from there too? I don't know. It could be.
Well, the man with the resisting, watching transactions, you know, it's like he wants to be aware of every little thing, like he's getting ripped off or something. It was just how I felt, and I tried to describe it to the lady reporter that way when she was talking to me earlier. So that verification, I need to know, and that's all I want to know is that part.
I'm pretty sure that his last name started with an H.
Okay. I feel like we're supposed to go downstairs for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know.
Holy mackerel.
This is pretty trippy, dog.
Yeah, okay, so we have Kyle, Melody, and Matt.
Did they do a baseline up here? Because we're like at a constant 3 right now.
Yeah, I think they said that there was 3 in some of the areas. Wow. Are you guys feeling anything?
It got colder.
Or is it just me?
Did I feel colder. I'm feeling easy.
It's
For sure.
okay. Ready to go 3rd floor?
Word.
Okay, I'm gonna. Holy mackerel. Okay, I'm like really uneasy right now. Okay, so let's try going.
Oh,
This is the bathroom.
yeah.
This was a bathroom in here, and you're right. There's like a little cold air coming. So let's try. Is there anybody here?
With us. We just want to talk. We mean you no harm. We just want to communicate with you. If I'm holding a little gray box with buttons on it, or not button, lights on it. If you want to, if you could come closer, they'll light up to red. If you just come near it. If there's someone here, could you please do that?
Is it spiking, or are you just baselining?
It's doing it. What's that, like a solid 2?
Are you one of the ladies that used to live here? Are you one of the men that used to visit? one of the men that used to own this building. Cold.
I just feel.
And I just saw a shadow walk behind Matt.
I saw something down there.
Yeah.
I feel like unwanted. Are we bothering you? Are we disturbing you? If that was you making it light up to a 3, could I ask you to please do that again? Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I disturbing you? Or is
Yes.
Thank you very much. I will. I'm sorry.
Seeing shadows?
I know. I saw like how it looks kind of warped back there.
Yeah, and it's actually a tarp.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I thought. No, I just feel like someone doesn't want me. If you would like me to leave, could you light it up again, please?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will leave you in your spot.
Yeah.
We have a couple of flashlights here, or torches. We have a red one and a white one. I'm gonna try sitting down. It's really dirty, but it's okay. If you can come and touch one of the flashlights and turn it on. You just simply need to turn the end of it. Can you touch one of the flashlights, one of the torches? Let us know that you're here. It's probably a little unusual for you. You must have had candles in your day. Gas lights. If you could come over and touch one of these torches and make it go on. You can come and touch one of us.
You're not allowed to harm one of us. You just tap on the shoulder or something of that sort.
But I'm getting a steady.
Oh, you got a.
I've been getting a
Rudy?
steady K2.
Did they swipe it already? Here, check it.
No, it's not. Right?
So describe your experience upstairs.
I immediately going up, not even the third floor, but the second level, I felt already like a presence that, like, I was out of place and not necessarily wanted there. And then we went up to the third level, and there was a room, or what used to be a room, right off to the stairway leading up there, and it was just heavy off the bat, and just like I felt that I wasn't wanted there, and so we got to doing an EPP session, and I'd asked, it was at a solid second light green, and then it lit it up a couple times, you know, so I think I asked you if I was the issue there, like if they didn't want me in, then it stayed lit a couple times, you know, even as I was asking the question, fluctuated, and so kind of left there in a hurry, I wanted to go back, but just, it felt like there was like a presence there that was almost like elusive the entire time. Like it didn't want us to know it was there, but we could feel it.
Melody.
For me, definitely a lot of cold chills. When he was asking questions, it seemed to be targeting more of him. I happened to be in the pathway. There was a lot of shadow play. I was seeing a lot of shadows in the background, walking behind us more than to us. Hopefully we got something on video.
Cool. Yeah, it definitely felt like just, I felt maybe more female that didn't want me being there. But I don't know, I'm not used to necessarily thinking things that way when it comes to like those feelings.
So, in the basement here, in the bathroom that's down here, so I'm going to do a quick EVP question and answer session with the reporter, and I've got my K2 meter with me right now, so. Is there anyone down here that would like to say anything? If there is, please go to the recorder, the little black box that's in my hand, and say something. What is your name? How old are you? Do you know what year it is? Is there anything you would like to tell me? Apparently a lot of people have been feeling uneasy in this bathroom for whatever reason. That's why I'm here, just to see if there's anything that you might want to say to me or communicate. Well, I don't have much time here, but if there's something you want to say, now is the time to do it. Just go to the little black box that's in my hand and speak into it. Alright, well, appreciate your time, and then if you did say anything, I'll be able to retrieve it when I listen to the audio a little bit later. So, thanks. You're so polite. I try to be. This bathroom in the lower basement here, various people have come down here and they felt uneasy that there are just a feeling of uneasiness in here, so really not so much with the rest of the basement, just this one area in particular. So, yeah, so we have our recorder set up, we have our DVR camera set up here, so what we'll do is we will listen to this a little bit later and see if any of the members that came down here caught anything. If they did, then we will all look into that. So I think at this point we're going to start wrapping up our investigation and call it a night. So.
When we were downstairs in the bathroom, there were first Kyle and I, and then Liz and the reporter came down. And we found when Kyle and I were in there that the only light that we had was from the green light of the K2 meter. And the room would start to get darker, and then it would get lighter. And when Liz and the lady came in and stood with us, it started to get really cold. We were all feeling cold chills. The K2 meter went up to orange, and then it started to get really dark in the room again, and really hot. So we tried to do a flashlight session and didn't get anything with that, but I did leave a recorder down there, and hopefully whoever's down there will answer. We found that it spiked when I asked about the fire, so hopefully whoever's down there was maybe here during the fire.
What about the basement?
We really didn't feel anything in the basement, but over by the generator and stuff, the EMF detector was spiking up to 145. So that would give somebody a creepy feeling down there.
The team thanks Corby's for allowing an investigation and found minimal evidence to support paranormal activity. Tune in next time to see the team in action.